Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik and this is the Game War in the Pacific Advanced Edition. This is my play by email match against Xargun. He is Allied Commander and for me it is Empire of Japan. This is scenario 1 on game version 26b. And today I will start my second strike against Australia. This was now the peaceful takeover of Rockhampton after the Australian army already fled the town end of last turn. It means I can unload my troops without casualties. The President Tyler AP is also going down now. And there's some smaller engagements around Tahiti with my submarines, but no hit. American Mark 14 submarines in Rockhampton port trying to attack my invasion fleet. But you can see here again, this is like yesterday, the 2 torpedoes, because this was a anti-submarine task, because the submarine was not able to attack me, I attacked the submarine. Like yesterday, there's 2 emergency torpedoes. Like yesterday I was unlucky and lost my destroyer. Today, normally they never hit. This is a very small chance that this hits. And yeah, this was now a 2 attack from my submarine. You can always see if it's a submarine attack or an anti-submarine strike. But only 2 torpedoes from a destroyer is a little too less maybe to have a chance to really hit, but possible. But this American submarine is still here, and I get a little more hits, but still no heavy damage, no fire. Then it's often not enough. So this is now Geraldton, the west coast landing. I choose more or less Geraldton because the Perseus is similar to Darwin, the heavy shells and heavy guns, and I don't have really so much support equipment for this landing. Out of the 3 amphibious assault groups for my last late March strikes, this is the smallest, so I play it here safe. I have, I think, only 4 heavy cruisers to support this operations. More attempts to strike against the submarines, destroyers, but no luck today. At least my submarines can always, nearly always escape and are undamaged. Up to now, I lost no fleet submarine in this game. So already 3 destroyers lost, or I think 2 fleet destroyers and 1 support destroyer, but no submarine. Only this submarine from day 1 for attack against Pearl Harbor, but these are not fleet submarines, so I don't really count them. Some land support, bombardment, ground attack. Also Sebeng and near Balikpapan, the Dutch forces. I don't want to walk into the swamp, so I bombed them. and a lot of scouting missions. A reported hit, but without sinking sounds I really don't care too much. Hopefully I can create damage and force the submarines to return, but yeah, they will come back. Only a dead sinking submarine is a good submarine. Spendwing, I think today I have only sweeps. I won't monitor more or less how fast the allies can repair the damage on the ground, and then I get a feeling for it. At the same time I can rest my pilots. They had all very... they suffer some morale. If you run everyday combat mission, then your morale will drop. And at some point, if you low morale, it's not okay, you have a morale check. Or every time you fly a combat mission, you have a morale check, and with low morale, you simply will not fly more. Then it's often better to give the day off, so they will recover morale. And also repair some damage on the airplanes. Good. Not too much counter battery fire out of Garriton, so I guess there's only the static Navy battery with no additional forces. So I can overcome maybe the defender easily too. So there's one last Australian force holding the line. I destroy the support equipment, but the unit is still there. Some support bombardment. And now I can finally get rid of this Chinese marauders. And we have here the third battle. Xargun is always moving in, and I kick him out again. He won't maybe get rid of his forces that he can buy them back or rebuild them. Not sure how much is really the Dutch reinforcements rate later on. Because I mean, mainland Dutch is under German control and Dutch East Indies is under Japanese control, so there's no reinforcements for Dutch forces. I don't understand. Anyway, this was still holding the Dutch, let's say this, but I would guess 2 more. And some empty bases. And this is, crossing the river must start a shock attack, and maybe Xargun won't maybe get rid of his Chinese forces, but nothing is dying. This is always the best for me. So even if there's only one support unit in a corps left, it will not respawn, so fine for me. I not really want to destroy these Chinese units. I only want to destroy Chinese units if they're blocking a rail or a street. So overall it was a successful day, because the number 1 goal is make an amphibious assault and don't lose your ships before you land ashore. So the unloading was successful in Rockhampton, no airstrike, and in Garriton, no airstrike or heavy surface engagement. That is a priority here. And my zeros out of Garriton arriving in Auckland. Good. So air losses 0, both sides, because I don't fly. I fly only Navy Search and Recon, maybe similar to Xargun. I get rid of reported, but there was a sinking sound, so I would say this submarine is not dead. The 2 AMs from Rockhampton shipyard or whatever construction site, they're getting destroyed before. I cannot take them over. Normally, it would be nice to take them under Japanese control, but the game don't allow this. And the AP was a better one. Not the elite one, but a better one with 17. Speed is okay, range is good, and load capacity is also okay. So a good AP, but nothing great. So in China, the situation was now only changing that I take now back here the control of the industry. So my resources, and my manpower can work now, and the light industry was never affected, so this is fine. There was some Chinese units, not sure from which side they're coming, but they arrive here and make a shock attack. And yeah, I hit here a mixed brigade, so no chance that they can break through. So all of these 3 hexes are normally in good shape. Here's also the terrain in my favor because I control this, so I'm the owner of the hexes. This will be a little weak here, but yeah, we will see. I was able to cross here the river, so I have now the main body of my forces on this side of the river, so I can now walk the highway or the main road down without a shock attack, because shock attacks are always risky. Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. I also catch up with this Chinese retreating forces, so I'm not sure if I can attack and kill him next turn or if he will retreat. We will see. And I arrive in this last Chinese controlled port city. I will wait here to flip it automatically. I don't know, maybe I will attack. Not too much to gain here, only little resources. The last operation is ongoing. My fleet is now forming up, and I will sail west. The final destination is, I was first thinking if I land here south of Colombo, because this will give it's a maximum distance from any airbase from Madras, or maybe he also can, so that there would be only the Colombo airbase. But at the end I choose Jaffna because here is a good port and here is no starting garrison normally, so there's normally nothing. It's the most easy place I can take. And more important is from here it's a little hard to walk to Colombo. And if I walk down south and take this base and this, or both of these spaces, then there's normally not more much where the Colombo forces can retreat. I can walk here on the highway more or less non-stop, high speed. If I walk from here, it's a little slower, and yeah, at the end, both are options. Last time with Jochen, I try here. Here are the heavy guns. It's possible to land here. It's also faster maybe. If you can take here the big port. But with the amphibious unload bonus, I think it's not so necessary to have a big port so early on. So in the late game, it is better to have fast a big port to unload more equipment. But now it's still possible to handle even a small port is okay. And the level 1 airfield is also enough. I need only cap, and then I can build up the base normally quickly to level 2, level 3. So, but this is future. Now I still get my invasion fleet itself is not detected. My carriers are not detected, but my battleship cover force, or heavy surface cover force with battleship support is covered. So I have here only battleships. My carriers have only light cruiser support, and heavy cruisers are with invasion fleet. And I give the destination for Diamond Port. So if there is an intel leak, then normally Xargun will say, oh, I come for Diamond Harbor, and then he maybe will shift his power to Diamond Harbor. Again, my attempt is not destroy equipment at the landing and make a big carrier battle. This is the amphibious assault group, so the number 1 goal is take the base, unload your equipment without high losses. Additional if I can kill some airplanes or ships, then this is additional bonus, but not the main purpose of this mission. So everything else is a lot of logistic and sailing and shipping, and Java still requests more supplies, so I cannot attack. And Garriton was the active turn, so there's really only 1 unit, and I disabled most of them with my landing, so the guns are silent. I have already 250 AV. This would be enough, I guess. And my landing was successful. All troops in 1 day, in 2 phases, because I had the morning phase and the afternoon phase, was enough to unload all my troops. So everything is already in position and I have enough supplies for make 1 attack or 2 attacks. And once I take the base, because the big wheelie, the main body force is coming, waiting that I take the base and then I can unload without casualties. And they also carry a lot of more supplies. So I see here no other activity, but I have also no knowledge about the strength of Xargun's airfield or navy asset. But I have here also a lot of submarines, so I hope if there's an enemy task force, and maybe my submarine will warn me, or maybe with a little luck also hit something. Here's 1 Dutch and 2 American submarines. The Dutch submarine sank my destroyer yesterday, and the American submarines are useless. Here in Rockhampton was also a submarine, not sure, maybe it's already leaving because this is moving east, so maybe this was damaged and is now returning to Brisbane or Sydney, I don't know. Most important is I was ready, I took the base so I could unload 3 times without, because my own base I can unload more or less everything. Not sure I was able to get rid of all. No, there's still some equipment from the base, from the division is here. So maybe 1 more day I need to finish the unloading. Good. And no enemy airstrike. So this only the first 1 or 2 days are a little critical. If now Prince of Wales or battleships showing up, American battleships, I don't know how. It could be a victory for me because I have here my carriers, but I never know. And again, the unloading is priority in safety and support. New Zealand, nothing happens here. I am moving in position, but all will be done sooner or later. And at Fiji, no activity. My search going out from Pago, and I see nothing. And I have normally 2, 3, 4 bases where I have long range search. Auckland also. So if there's anything coming normally from the source or east, northeast, I have normally navy search everywhere. Hopefully, you can always have the unlucky moment as enemies and bad weather hacks, then you cannot find them. Good. Nothing more. Good, then see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.